2019 Honorary Olympia Weekend Ambassador, one of the greatest of all time, Las Vegas' very own, Jay Huntley.
Mr.Olympia weekend. It's an honor to be here as the honorary ambassador for this year's contest. I spent a lot of years battling on these stages. 4 victories. We won't talk about the second places. I was reminiscing before this event saying 20 years ago, I landed in Las Vegas to get up on the Olympia stage for the first time with a dream to become the best bodybuilder in the world. Now, transitioning to many new divisions, a lot of these athletes today you'll see up here, hand-select to be part of this Olympia press conference, will be vying for the best title in the world in their category. So we want to experience the best time between the expo, the shows. We appreciate all the support that the fans have come from all over the world, traveling from many far places, the competitors. Let's just have an awesome weekend. Let's experience something like we never had before. I'm excited for the weekend. I'm sure you guys are too. So without further ado, let's bring them on.
Representing the Kuclo division, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ahmad Ashkazani. From the women's elite division, Natalia from the 212 division, Ahmad Al-Karni. Ring classic with the Olympia champion, representing the 55th Mr. Olympia competition, please welcome Steve Kuclo, Juan Morel, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cedric McMillan.
Looks like familiar ground to you, doesn't it, Sean?
This got just a little bit bigger back when I was getting by.
A little bit. So, Sean, your birthday this week, I'm told? So that means we are the same age, of course, although you're technically older than me. We're actually the same age as the Olympia. So this is what, the 54th Olympia?
Absolutely. Larry Scott won the very first one back in 1965 in Brooklyn, New York.
Absolutely. Well, we've come a long way since 1965. What the people are going to see this weekend is a whole lot of changes here at the Olympia, folks. We have revamped, remade, and made a little bit bigger, like that Sandoe trophy, Sean. A little bit bigger, a little bit better, a little bit badder. So this weekend, you people are in for a real treat.
This isn't the only thing that got bigger, Bob. You know a little bit about what's been happening with this weekend. Lots of changes have been taking place. This entire weekend is big. Especially the prize money.
Well, we're going to get to the prize money in just a minute because all the athletes want more money, of course. But we've got a lot of changes, and those changes are a direct result of our good friend Dan Solomon, who is in charge of the Olympia this year. Dan? Big hand for Dan Solomon, folks, your Chief Olympia Officer. And our show producer, Mr. Tamer Elgindi, is in the house. So Tamer, I know he's in the back working those controls. Big hand for Tamer, everybody. There's Tamer right down in the front. So we got a new crew this year, Sean. I'm looking forward to the changes. Folks, Friday night, if you don't have tickets for tomorrow night, we're expecting a blockbuster. We have moved some things around. And we've got our 212 champs going to be taking the spotlight tomorrow night, Sean.
Absolutely. The last thing we're going to hear is the new 212 champion on this stage for the very first time.
Well, Flex Lewis, as we all know, won the last 7. He has hung them up, at least for now. I think we got a good suspicion he might be back on this stage next year in the Open, but for now, it's a vacated title.
Well, all of this couldn't be possible without our sponsors. We've got some great sponsors this year. Title sponsor being Trifecta, and presenting sponsor being Wings of Strength.
We appreciate their ongoing support here at the Olympia. Big shout out to David Becker, of course, all our good friends at AMI for making this happen. Our Pro League president, Mr. Jim Mannion. Is Jim in the house? Jim Mannion, Tyler Mannion, Big Steve. How about a big hand, folks?
We've got some other big names over at the Expo tomorrow on Friday. Heard big Mark Wahlberg is in the house.
That's right. We got some superstars in attendance, and literally, Sean, one of the biggest fans in the world when it comes to bodybuilding. And when I mean big, I mean big. Shaquille O'Neal, I'm told, is here this weekend.
A whole lot of guys. Mario Lopez, GSP from the UFC, Tito Ortiz, a lot of celebrities. We got all kinds of celebrities, and you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my good friend, the chef is in the house. Where's the chef at? Big guns. Come on, let's see those arms, Chef. What do you got? There he is. Chef Rush, folks. He's actually the official chef for the White House. Rob Wilkins, our good friend. Appreciate you coming down, Rob, as always, seeing everybody here. All right, folks. So we're going to get right to things, and we're going to start things off with a bang here, Sean, because like you mentioned earlier, a lot of changes this year. You guys are going to see those changes on this very stage tomorrow night, and of course, on the Saturday night finals as we crown a new Olympia champion. What I'd like to have right now are these beautiful ladies. Stand up, please. Bikini champs in the house. So normally we just got the guys out here, which is nice and all, but we figured we'd change things up and get a little bit of prettiness to this panel. No offense to the guys. But the reason I want to have you ladies stand up is we got some huge changes for this weekend. And the biggest change is the prize money. So the women's divisions have now been substantially increased in the prize money. So we have the all-time biggest purse in Olympia history for you ladies this year. And I think they deserve it, folks. What do you think? All right, you can sit down now. It's a long show. For the first time ever, all the finalists will be on this stage. We had split it up before. This will be the final prize. That's right. For those that have been here at the Olympia in the past, you saw some finals over at the Expo stage. Once again, Dan Solomon and his crew have made some big changes for this weekend, and I think they're warranted. I think all the champs deserve to be right here on the Joe Weider stage, the grand stage. You know Joe's up there looking down on the snout, wishing us well, but all the champs deserve their time in this spotlight. And for the first time in Olympia history, folks, we will crown every champion in every division right here. And it'll all be broadcast live on Friday and Saturday on digitalmuscle.com with Muscle Farm and iHeard sponsoring that. All right, so that's it. Good night, everybody. We got some questions here. We got some champs in attendance. Speaking of champs, this young gentleman to my left, no stranger to the stage. Believe it or not, folks, we got some stats coming to you here. This is Dexter's 20th Olympia. 2 decades worth of Olympia. Nobody, from Dexter's first time in the Olympia stage, 99, nobody was competing still. And actually, you could probably get into the 2000s, actually, before we got to find somebody that is still competing. So Dexter beating Father Time himself. He's undefeated to this point. It's also, should you win this Olympia, Dex, not only would it be your second Olympia championship, as everybody knows you won in 2008, but it would also be your 30th victory. You already hold the all-time record for victories at 29. How sweet would it be for number 30 to be right here holding that Sandoe?
I can't even put it in words, man. I probably...
Well, let me help you out here, Dex. Here, just kind of close your eyes for a second and listen to this. And new Olympia champion, Dexter the Blade Jackson!
I'll probably start crying like Ronnie.
I was going to say, Ronnie taught you that, didn't he?
Yeah. Nah, it would be pretty amazing, to be honest with you. And it's weird because every single time that I've competed on the stage, it felt like the first time. You know what I'm saying? Just to be up on this prestigious stage, to be in Mr.Olympia with so many great champions, me being one of them, you know what I'm saying? It's just a dream come true. For me to win the second time, I can't even put it in words, man.
Well, this year is very unique, obviously, much like the 212 in our open division. We have a title that's up for grabs. We don't have a defending champ. Now, in the past, we've done this many times on this stage, and I've always asked you, what are your chances next? How you feeling against, Phil Heath, who was the champ, obviously, for 7 years. And your answer is always the same, which is, look, come on, man. If Phil comes in on, it's over. Can't beat him. I'm going to do the best I can, obviously, after that. But he's not here this year. And the defending champ's not here this year. But you're here this year. So you seem like you have a little extra pep in your step these days. You seem like you're running pretty confident, Dex.
That walking a little faster, huh? Yeah, man, this is, when I beat Jay Cutler in 2008, all the ducks had to fall in a row in order for me for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Jay at his best, I couldn't beat Jay. I'm a realist about this whole thing. If Cutler would have came in at his best, I would not have beat you, Jay. We all know that. So that day, that night, I was the best, and I deserved to win. Jay came right back the next year with my ass, so.
Proved you right, huh?
Hey, but I got that one on my mantle when I walk in the house for the rest of my life. And this year is wide open, you know what I'm saying? And, there's no one that I fear. I get messages all the time, these guys are huge and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, listen, all they dudes in this lineup, I've beaten a lot better guys than these dudes in my career. It's just, I'm not being cocky. I beat Ryan, I beat Kevin, I beat Flex, I beat all these guys.
Well, just to give a refresher course, Sean, who was on that Olympia stage with Dexter back in 1999?
99, Dexter was there with Ronnie Coleman, Maxx El Sabati, Kevin McGroney, Chris Cormier, he's in the house.
Chris is here.
And Sean, right?
We're all retired and you're still going. You're like a vampire.
To get some of the best guys. I've had an amazing career, and I've been very blessed to be able to continue to do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Giving back and, always seeing you guys. You guys, without you guys, write me every day. Whether it's love or hate, thank you guys so much for all the messages you give to me because you guys are what keeps me going. There's been times you cannot tell that I've wanted to retire. And I get messages from y'all, and man, it just lifts my spirits right up, and I just can't stop right now. Even though I'm doing that when I start getting my behind, I keep losing to people I ain't got no business losing to, I gotta go. But as long as my body's holding up, I always say my face look 50, but this body look 25. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Dex. One more question for you, Dex. So hypothetically, should those words come out of my mouth on this stage Saturday night, and that Sandoe was in your hands, is that a good time to hang them up? You go out on top as the champ, as the Olympian champion on the Joe Weider stage? Or you still cashing checks?
I love to compete. That would be very hard for me to do. Baby, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to let it go.
It's like Dexter's here to stay.
No, I can't do it.
Give it up for the champ, Dexter Jackson.
From one champ to another, the newest division of classic men's physique, two-time Olympia champion, Breon Ansley. Going for number 3, you're working with the real deal, Chris Cormier. Spent some time out in Arizona. How does it feel representing the Olympia title?
It feels great. Chris is, in my eyes, the best trainer around. So detail-oriented, and I'm just so happy to bring that type of physique and prove to you guys this weekend. And thank you guys for your support and being such enthusiasts about classic physique and bodybuilding, women's physique, bikini, and all the divisions. I love you guys, and I just want, and I promise I'm going to have this body sing to you guys this weekend. Absolutely, with all this hard work.
Breon, you started out as a bodybuilder. What made you choose the classic division over the open body?
Well, I've always been a fan of the classic lines anyway. And, there's a lot of open guys that have classic lines. I just happened to, in my early on in my career, it just happened to fall into place with, the classic division now. if I want to go into open bodybuilding, it's going to take me a few years to put on some nice size and some nice muscle. So we'll see. We'll take care of business this weekend. Classic is alive and well. I'm so happy to be the front runner and the champion of the Classic division. I'm so blessed and so fortunate. And hopefully, you know, I represent Classic as you guys know it and as you guys love it. And we will continue to do so this weekend.
Brian Ansley.
Well, speaking of Classic, Brian, the guy next to you, he's got that Classic mustache working, Chris. I like that, man. That's like right out of 76, man.
Pretty.
Is prettiness going to beat this guy?
This year, well, that's for sure.
You had a whole lot of support last year, Chris. You had a great show. A lot of people arguably thought you could have actually won this title. So we've got a great battle with these two guys in particular, and of course, the rest of the guys making up the class. But what makes this year different than last year, Chris? Other than the mustache, of course.
I mean, every year is a new year for everybody. You know, not everybody knows my story, I'm sure, but I had a bit of a rough prep last year, and that goes to say that nobody ever has an easy, smooth prep. We put our bodies through a lot, and it's often very difficult. If you don't know my story, that's probably good, because I was crying all over the internet last year. But, I mean, this year, I've been so grateful to have an amazing team at my back. I've been healthy, my prep's gone smooth. It's been a completely different year, and what I went through last year really kind of showed a new mental tenacity in me that I didn't think I had, and it's pulled out this year in myself throughout this prep, and it's just allowed me to push myself beyond limits I ever thought possible. And I really truly believe I'm bringing a completely different package to the stage this year, something I feel like I've been wanting to show to the world that I haven't had the opportunity to. So this year I'm really excited just to kind of show off a brand new look and bring something that's never been seen before. And
well, Chris, we're going to treat this like a job interview right now, okay? So we got Jim, you got Tyler, and you got Big Steve right down in the front row. So I want you to explain to them, like you're going for the job, the title, why they should pick you as the winner.
Why?
Yeah, why should you win? Other than the mustache.
I don't think there's anything I can put into words right now. I think it's going to have to be something I'm going to show them Saturday morning, Saturday night. I think they're going to see what I bring to the stage, and they'll know.
What are you going to show them specifically?
I'm going to show them a classic physique that's never been seen before. We're going to start showing you guys exactly what sort of shape this division needs to come. Perfect lines, symmetry, conditioning, everything you guys want to see, flow, presence on stage, and just kind of... It's a young division we're in right now, so we're still kind of shaping the look of what we're looking for in Classic. We've done a great job with Brian, he's got an amazing physique, but I think it's time for something fresh out there, personally.
All right, Jim and Sean, this one's on up here.
Your weight? Big Roelly Winklaar, your People's Champion of 2018. How you feeling, brother? All the way from Kuwait, tell us about the prep. We know you missed your peak at the Arnold back in March. You had a slight knee injury. Out in China, you rocked the house. We saw pictures on Instagram and Facebook of you looking phenomenal. Where are we at today?
First of all, I want to thank everybody that's coming here today. I want to thank you from last year too, that I'm People Champ. I'm still happy with that. Nobody can take off on me. Yeah. How it's going? The prep go very well. I start earlier than normal, and it's go very good.
Man of a few words, Roelly Winklaar.
Sean, I've got the equivalent of the female Dexter Jackson up here, and that, of course, is Jenny Worth. Back on the Olympia stage. What's up, Jenny?
Is it on?
Of course it's on. Leave no stone unturned here at the Olympia, Jenny. Microphones for everybody. You were no stranger to the Olympia stage, but when was the last time, or when was the first time, I should say, you were on the Olympia stage, Jenny?
So my first Olympia was 1998 in Nice, France. And that's back when we had the rower as around. So a lot of people don't remember that you had to see how many meters you could row in a minute. I'm sure Steve remembers one of those shows where I went flying off the back. We tried to invent, me and my coach tried to invent a seatbelt to hold me down. because the taller girls did have an advantage, so it was not fair. But yeah, so I've been around that long.
So how many Olympias is this for you, Jen? You made your way back to the Olympia stage this year with an impressive victory in Tampa.
This is going to be my 8th Olympia. Yes.
Jen, you're known for your innovative routines. Actually, I know a lot of you girls actually help each other with your routines, getting ready for the competitions. You're a very close-knit group. Our fitness girls always have been. So, Jen, what do you got planned in store for us this year?
So this year I'm going to be when I was in Tampa, a warrior. This routine is dedicated to my mom because she survived her life. So I dedicated this routine for her. And everything is just from my heart. And it's a warrior, and it's who I am, and it's what I represent. It's just to become a warrior in life, no matter what it throws at you. You just have to stay strong and never give up.
Jenny, any chance you're going to have a rower in your routine?
No rower.
No rower. That's out. Sugar Sean.
Speaking of Olympian champions, Miss Angelica? That was going to be Alex from Brazil, hanging on to the title. How do you feel this weekend?
Feeling great, feeling amazing, just so blessed to be here. And, I'm defending my title. It's just like surreal.
This is not your first time at the rodeo, so what did you do differently from last year to this year?
Before I answer your question, I just want to thank everyone for coming out. And also thanking the Olympia promoters for bringing us women to this conference. We feel so special. And so what I did different, thank you. What I did different, this prep I worked, I even did a post on Instagram saying the time I left the stage last year, it was in my mind already that I was going to work so hard for this year. And I took off the whole year in a purpose to bring my best this year. And was the biggest break I ever had from the stage. And everybody knows me, I love competing, I love being on stage, so it was hard for me to step back the whole year, but it was great for my body. So once I started prepping, I started a little earlier. I always did 12 weeks prep, I did 10 weeks prep before 14th, but for this one, 16 weeks out, I was already on. And I did many things different. I did a little more cardio, the diet, me and my coach Kimoro, we played with the diet a little different, doing a little more cardio cycling that we never did before. And my body responded very, very well. I did more stretch, more physical therapy, everything, like every aspect that I could get better, I tried to get better. My posing.
And we are looking forward to that physique this weekend, Bob.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
All right, here with the champ herself, Shanique Grant bursts onto the scene.
Wow!
Just a few short years ago, had a couple of physical hiccups that kept you out of the Olympia lineup, but of course, when you finally got to the Olympia stage, you made the most of it. Now you're sitting there as the defending, reigning Olympia champion.
It's an absolute honor to be here. 2 years in a row, I got an accident in the forearm. Second year was a bad retina detachment, and I qualified 2 years in a row for the O, but it was like 3 to 4 weeks out. Everything happened for a reason, and the third year was just epic. It was amazing.
Well, Shanique, what do you think about being here on the main stage this year for the finals? Now, you got a taste of the Expo stage, and listen, don't get me wrong, but the Expo's a great Expo. It's a great place to be. It's a big stage all in its own right. But there's something special about the Joe Weider stage.
Well, the Expo stage is much smaller. It's a little loud in there. When I heard that Mr. Zeke was going to be on the arena stage, it was like, oh, finally, the spotlight. It's a big, huge stage. You know, you get to see, closer on the screens and everything. It's just a huge arena and more people, of course, and a huge crowd. And just when you go on stage and you hear such a big crowd, it just hypes you up more and it gets you more excited to just be on the stage and just do what you love.
You got some competition, and she's right next to you. Purposely. got Natalia Abraham Coelho. Second place in the Olympia. Now, you didn't start out on this physique, did you?
First of all, thank you everybody for all the support, for coming over. I started speaking, and then about 4 years later, I started speaking.
Now, you weren't too convinced when it was first brought up for you to go to women's physique, were you? You were a little hesitant. You said, I'm not big enough. I don't think I can stand with those girls. And it might be a mistake, but, you know, you decided to throw that cast in the water and, you know, kind of see what you come up with, and you won your first show.
Yes, I think a lot of people still nowadays have a wrong idea of what women's physique is supposed to look like, and that was my problem as figure. When I talked to Steve and Sandy and all these judges, and they told me, you gotta step up or try, just see how it is. And I had that idea that I needed to add a lot of more size, and I wasn't very comfortable with that. I didn't know how it would look. You know, like there are a lot of things involved. But I gave it a try. I didn't change anything in my trainings, in my diet. I just brought the package that I was bringing, and I'm like, let's see how it goes. So it proved to me and to everybody that it's not about size, you know, it's about the whole package, and it's not just what I thought it was.
Now, we just talked a few minutes before we started, Natalia, and you said, I can't believe I'm here, actually. You're so excited to be here on this Olympia stage.
Yes, I remember, even though I'm still like 23, but I remember a long time ago, I was watching this show, and I just see like how far we've came. You know, not only, like in the beginning we only had bodybuilders, then we start having like classic physique and more, you know, like categories here. And now it's very important. It doesn't matter like if it was the first of, I don't know what year, but the first time that we have female athletes representing the sport in the Olympia, for me to be here is just an honor. And I'm a fan of the sport. Before being an athlete, this is like something that I'm very passionate about. I'm honored to be.
All right, best of luck. Thank you, Natalia.
All right, let's give a big warm welcome to the one, the military man, Cedric McMillan. Welcome back to the Olympia stage, Big Ced.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Cedric, why do they call you the one?
Okay, so early in my career with bodybuilding, I think it was one of my first shows, and my confidence was sky high. And as I got better and grew more, my confidence got lower, right? And the guy that was my mentor at the time, he would tell me how much potential I have and how great I can be. And I can't see that. I don't see that. You know, I'm not this. I don't have that like this guy or that guy. He said, you know what? You remind me of Neo from the Matrix. He is the one that was supposed to come and change everything, but he didn't even realize it, you know? And that's what he told me, and it kind of stuck with me, because he said one day, he said, you know, the way you pose is so different from everybody. Your physique is so different. But one day, you're going to make everybody remember what bodybuilding used to be. And you're going to be that one. You know, that's what he told me. So I embraced it.
Well, we witnessed you win over Italy, Germany, Arnold Classic over in Ohio, Lou Ferrigno show out in Palm Springs.
How you know all of that?
I was there. I witnessed it.
Motherfucker know it.
And now you're here. Is this the one?
Okay, well, look, it's a whole bunch of guys up here with a whole lot to say about whether this is the one for me to win or not, and they all are amazing, right? They're all great. One thing I can say is the road for me to get here, we all have our obstacles and setbacks. You know, some of us got jobs and families to take care of and still trying to pursue this dream as well. None of our struggles are any different are any greater or less than the other, just different. But I know for me, coming from a couple of shows I did earlier in the year, felt like, okay, I got enough points, you know, to be able to make it into the Olympia. It's time for me to put my military uniform back on and, you know, work all summer. And as I'm watching these shows, man, I'm seeing these guys winning, and I'm seeing these points going up, and I'm saying, man, I think I'm good because I'm tied in third with Luke, you know, and so I think I should be okay, you know. And So I'm, already dedicated to getting my military service done so that I can have the time off that I need to get ready for the Olympia. And that last show, Dexter won that show out there. That was in Tampa. And my damn name just, I said, oh, shit. So I don't even know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And one of my mentors, his name is Mike Cox, he said, Cedric, why don't you just explain your situation to him? Let him know what you got going on and see, see what happens. It don't hurt to ask, And the first thing that went through my mind was, what about all of the guys that legitimately earned their spot to the show? And the second thing that went through my mind was, what about all of the guys that were just like me that were, 1 point or so out? And then the third thing that came to my mind was, man, I got to buy bread and toilet tissue for my kids. I can't be worried about nobody else damn household. I got to make sure my people straight, So that's what I put my focus on. And, so we put the request in, and it really meant a lot to me for the officials and the heads of this sport and of the organization and this show alone to think that much of me, to say, yeah, come on, because I always consider myself this country boy from South Carolina, nobody even know where I live. So for them to think that much of me, to say, you know what, come on, that was a really good feeling, so I appreciated that.
I think it's a testament to your service to the country.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
One thing I want to say before we leave, or before I'm done, because I think I always got to go pee soon, but we come here to something like this and we're able to escape sometimes our personal struggles, the things that's going on out in the world. We can look at what's going on, politically, and just fighting for no reason. Sometimes it seems like, and along with that, we can all be full of, got this room full up. Nobody don't give a damn what color the other one is. We don't care who each other pray to or our sexual orientation. You know what I'm saying? We all can just come here and be able to celebrate the sport that we love. And us as athletes, some of us, we come here, look, I want to beat this dude, and that's what my focus is, to get this title. But I hope that at some point, we can come here and embrace our diversity and be able to showcase that diversity as we come together and celebrate what bodybuilding is to us. To me, that's the most important. So I come here to participate and try to do my best, because I need a check, man. I got a youth program, and I need to earn some money. I bought a bus with the money I wanted to earn. I bought a school bus. Man, what? I ain't no school bus driver. But anyway, I want to make this money, man. But at the same time, this is a very beautiful thing that we are a part of. And we can fill that up with negative energy, or we can turn it into something positive and make it beautiful. And that's what I want to try to bring to this whole thing.
Cedric McMillan.
Folks, immediately following the Sunday seminar will be a service with Cedric McMillan. Anybody can pull it off, it says. Folks, we got Ryan Terry, Raymond Edmonds, and Brandon Hendricks in the cream of the crop of the men's and physique division. All right, Ryan Terry.
Hello.
Time to shine, buddy.
Am I going to follow that?
You got to follow Cedric. I know it's not easy to do, but I give you that task, my friend. But all right, you guys have been fighting it out for the last few years together, pretty much in all these shows, especially the Olympia. Ryan, first of all, congratulations on getting back. The pride in the UK.
Yes, my fifth time here at Olympia, so yeah, thank you. I feel very honoured to be here.
Now, you had your good share of fans last year thinking that you could have been in the winner's circle very easily. A very hard-fought battle. You guys always bring it. You guys are always in condition, always in shape. But you can see the intensity is huge up on stage. When you guys turn around, now I'm on stage with you, so I'm the only one that gets to see when you guys actually turn around. Big Steve says, "Face the curtains on me." That's when the real show starts. Because the amount of garbage that's talked and spewed when you guys are turned around is evident.
Yeah, we like to talk a bit. We must admit, yeah. Try and rally each other, throw each other off our game.
Well, who's the biggest crap talker out there? Is it Brandon?
Ooh, I don't know. Andre Ferguson's got him out.
Yeah, Andre's up there. Andre's out there. Yeah, that's a tough one there. Brandon, what do you say, man? What happens when you guys turn around? What's all that fireworks all about up there? You guys meeting some business?
I don't know about all that, man. I'm just here focus. I don't pay attention to none of that. You know, whatever they talk.
You didn't even hear all that stuff he was talking about, you, huh?
I silence all that. I'm just here for one job. I have one job to do. First and foremost, I just want to thank God for waking me up every single day to be living my life, living a dream. Thank you guys for supporting this amazing career, bodybuilding, changing my life. So thank you guys for all the support. I'm just happy to be here.
Thank you, Brent. All right, Raymond. You guys get the big spotlight right here on the Joe Weider stage this year. What do you think about that?
This is amazing. I mean, this is greatness. It's a blessing. This is what it's about. Prime time.
It is prime time, my friend. It's also prime time to make some changes to the physique, to make some improvements. You got to show those judges what it's all about, what you got. All of you guys are obviously very, very close when it comes to the points. Everybody sees the final point tally in the men's physique division. You can see it's literally a point or two amongst that top 5. What changes have you made this year that could possibly get you in the winner's circle?
We're going to show them Saturday. Saturday at the Expo, and then finals. And this will be a new champ right there.
New champ. Are you guaranteed the new champ this weekend?
That's what I trained for, We all in here, we train to be first. But, I think I did what I needed to do, improve from the close call last year, and we'll make a change, be a new champ.
All right. Can you hear all the garbage that Ryan talks about you when you turn around?
Wrong guy. That's definitely not me.
Nah, Ryan's too nice. He knows I'm kidding him. Sir,
I'm going to move from the one to the prodigy. Brandon Curry. World travel. One over in New Zealand, one over in Australia, one over in Ohio, and Brazil. It's one place you need to win, and that's right here. Is that happening this weekend?
Yeah.
God willing. No, this is a wonderful opportunity for me. It's been a long road, ups and downs, high expectations, but I can see the mountaintop right now. And I ain't ever been this close. So I'm definitely hungry than ever. And I just want to thank all you guys for coming out and supporting this great sport and just keeping this sport alive with your enthusiasm, participation, all the messages I've received, the motivation. I appreciate you guys. And I'm just ready to get this game started, man. I'm ready to get on stage.
Brandon, you spent half the year in Kuwait, like Roelly does, training for this one moment in time. Last time you won in Las Vegas was when you won the USA overall, correct?
2008.
2008. It's been a minute.
Been a minute.
11 years. Is this what it all comes down to? It seems like it's wide open. You continue to use that word, as wide open. This is one of those competitions where 5 or 6 guys can walk off with the title and you're in the conversation finally. Tell us how that feels.
Man, it's just a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's wide open, they say. But I'm gonna hold it. I got the door handle in my hand. It's my time right now. It's all about timing. And I'm ready to close that door, man. I don't see a better opportunity. I don't see a better weekend to have this happen. And it's all about now, man. And I'm ready.
A couple of short weeks ago, we saw you crash in the gym. Were you trying to sabotage this day, this weekend? The weights fell on top of you, or your head fell on top of the weights? What happened?
Hey, the video was just miraculous that they got the video. The Kuwait bodybuilding guys got it on tape. It was in the gym. And I happened to be doing some overhead pullovers, normal stuff. But I got the stack a little bit heavy, So when the weight went up, the weight went up to the top. Got the machine off balance, and here it comes. So, I didn't know how bad it really was until I saw it. Looked anyway, until I saw the video. There was a lot of noise, a lot of crashing, but, through it all, I just really didn't get anything but a little bump and a little scratch. So I'm just blessed that it wasn't worse. And it just kind of wakes you up to the idea that, any point in life, things can change. Just because everything's going your way, it can completely go a different way. So make sure you focus on each and every day and be grateful for what you have and seize every opportunity that you have. And it just really lit a fire on me that says, oh man, this is, I gotta seize this moment. I got something I gotta take care of. So it really put me in the right mind perspective. And let me know nothing's promised. And God's give me grace and mercy. So I really appreciate that.
Now, Brandon, we all saw that footage. That was scary. That machine come toppling down on you. And, God forbid you would have gotten hurt on that. But what you didn't see was the security footage that I got from Dr. Bodai, which clearly shows Roelly Winklaar walking away in the back with a ratchet set. Just saying, were you working on a piece of equipment that day, Roelly, or what was going on, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know. My brother would do that too.
He's got nothing. Well, I got a champ right up here. Whitney Jones. Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
You got a thing going on. You got the championship going on, but you got defending Olympia champion.
Yes, I am incredibly excited. And I just have to say that being on the stage at the press conference is pretty amazing. So thank you for including us in this and seeing all the fans already. As an athlete rolling into Vegas, the buzz starts and it's just so fun and exciting. And then Thursday comes and everything just turns into the epic weekend starting. And to be included in this is pretty amazing. And of course, I'm ready.
Now, you've been a challenger for some years, and obviously you finally got the title. Is it different training as the champion and defending the title than it's been in chasing for the title?
Yes, I would say for me last year, being announced as the winner on this stage was such an unforgettable moment, and it's such an amazing feeling that you're like, I want that again. So no joke, the very next day, I woke up Saturday morning and I started already writing my plans, my goals, everything that I wanted to accomplish to get to the stage this year. And every single day had a goal. And I was just checking them off, and I'm here, and I want that day again. Training, everything is amplified every year. I think as athletes, we constantly are trying to raise the bar. We got to figure out how to come in better for fitness with our skills. It's like we've got to raise the bar. We've got to come in with more degree of difficulty, more entertainment, more pop. This year I don't have a torn ACL, so I got my hops back, and I'm excited to bring that explosiveness again to the stage and bring in new routine, energy, new everything.
All right, healthy and ready to defend. Whitney Jones.
All right, Bob, from the Netherlands, William the Conqueror, the shortest guy in the open division. He's wearing the right hat, though. Raider Nation in the house. You won the Honor Classic in Ohio and Australia. And this is the one. You're Insta famous. We saw you on Instagram making a movie not too long ago. You had a little split from your trainer, and now you're here by yourself for the very first time. You said that was a good thing, right? I watched this Instagram go up 500,000 followers. So you're here by yourself this time. Tell us what the biggest difference is that you've had to deal with coming here alone. You said you had a friend with you, but not with a coach.
Yes, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank the people who brought me over here. And that's my sponsor, Ultimate Sport Nutrition. Go right over there. I want to thank the IFBB Pro League as well. I want to thank the new promoters, and I want to thank the fans, everybody who came to see us. And to your question, I'm here with my friends, my training partner, and they look after me. So
it's a lot different working with your friend than a coach, per se?
I'm here, so it must say something.
You like what you saw in the mirror?
I really like what I saw in the mirror. So.
Is it enough to take these guys out? You've been here for a while.
You know me, I'm not a talker, man. I'm going to show these guys tomorrow. The one who says blah, blah, blah. We're going to see tomorrow, man, what's going to happen. Yeah.
Tomorrow night, William Bonac.
Tomorrow night.
Let's find out.
That's Saturday night.
Man, a little few words.
I want to be the first to welcome to America in his very first Olympia, Mr. Hadi Choopan from Iran. Well, it's taken us a couple of years, but we finally got you here. Congratulations, Hadi. Time to watch this guy. Well, Hadi, it's been a long time coming. But you're here and you decided not to go into 212. But the open class, the big boys.
برای اولین بار خیلی خوشحالم که بعد از 4 سال تونستم سطح بزرگ ویزا رو بشکنم و حاضر در جایی باشم که باید 4 سال پیش می باشم.
I'm very thankful to be here after 4 years of hard work. I know that I should have been here 4 years ago. I'm very thankful for the people, and I'm very happy that I got the visa finally.
من خودم 4 سال پیش عضو مستر اولمپیا میدونستم، اما تنها چیزی که جلوگیر من بود ویزا بود. بیرون از اولمپیا با خیلی از بزرگا اولمپیا رولی وینکلار دکستر مسابقه داشتم، همچنین سدریک، اما متاسفانه نتونستم با مستر اولمپیا باشم. امسال خیلی خوشحالم که تو این جمع مردم پرشور و بزرگا مستر اولمپیا حاضرم.
He's saying that he knows that 4 years ago he qualified for the Olympia, and he always viewed himself as to be an Olympian, so it's very exciting for him to finally be here. He's been in competitions with many of the gentlemen on the stage, as he mentioned, and he's very excited to be here on the world's biggest stage as well. Finally, as he said, that he's well deserved to be here, so he appreciates being here.
شاید من قبل‌تر باشم که مستر اولمپیا تونستم جواز ورود هم 212 رو هم اوپن رو بگیرم.
And he's saying that he's actually very excited and he appreciates the opportunity that he was able to compete and qualify in 212 as well as the open class.
و این خودش وقت رویه من خودش پیروزی حساب میشه.
And for me, the happiest moment was when I decided to be in the open class.
و اینکه دسته اوپن رو انتخاب کردم، اینی که دوست دارم وسط کسایی رقابت کنم که واقعا رقابت داشته باشه.
And he says the reason why he chose the open class is because he wants to compete with the biggest and baddest that's out there, and to be in the midst of these gentlemen is an honor.
نسبت به وزن خودم 3 برابر وزن خودم رو وزن میزنم که این کار حرکتی نیست. مثلا 80 کیلو لانگ میزنم به خاطر اینکه هدفم فقط این بوده یک مثلث زیبایی انجام روی سطح مستر اولمپیا ببرم، فقط نه اینکه عضلام بزرگ باشه.
And he says he might be one of the men that didn't handle the weights as big as everyone else, but the reason why is because he wants to show the stage and show the people as well as the judges in the IFBB a beautiful physique that with lines and symmetry, and also the size as well. And he's never been afraid to compete in any division. And I truly appreciate the opportunity to be here from the people, the fans, the competitors, as well as the IFBB and the judges. And as the only Iranian here, I truly thank all of you for this opportunity.
Can you win?
میتونی ببری؟
من دوست دارم که همیشه بتونم این قدر دیدار بشم، هر سال تو این جمع حضور داشته باشم.
He says, I hope that I can always come back and have this visa so that every year I can come from one Olympia to the next as the winner. 31 years old. For 6 years, I was part of the national team of Iran. From childhood, I was absolutely in love with the idea of being Mr. Olympia. And I would love to set the record from year to year.
Can you win?
من هیچ وقت از بودن
He says, from winning, I never say that I can't do it. I have every hope that I will win.
There you go. Hadi Choopan.
So you said he didn't speak very much. From Arlington, Texas, the Kingston. Welcome back. One Shark Tank. What in the Kuclo household?
It's always an honor to grace this stage, being the biggest stage. It's our Super Bowl. Everybody's up here, you know, all these competitors, and you can see the expansion of the sport, bringing the women up here, and it's awesome being part of this. Every one of these guys have trained their butts off, and half of them disappear to the other side of the world. We don't see them till the Olympia, but it's awesome to be up here with them. But you know, this is like you said, this is my 6th Olympia. Brandon made a comment about having to close that door and trying to win this, and I gotta say, you know, I spent 10 years as a firefighter paramedic, and I spent a lot of years kicking doors down. And it's time I kick that door in and show you what I
made. So Steve, your last victory was here in Las Vegas when you turned pro. I should say your last victory was Indiana. You won that a couple of times?
Yes, for Indy Pro.
I remember, you don't remember. So you mentioned last night, the victory for you was going to be what?
Getting that first call out. I think if I get that first call out, I can prove that I can be a contender to be in this room.
Dream of many of these Olympians, Bob.
Absolutely. I'm here with Luke Sandoe from the UK. They're not saying boo, they're saying Lou.
I do hope so.
Do I need an interpreter, Luke, or are we good? Interpreter? Do I need one?
No, Nathan's not here. You knew it was coming.
Looks like buddy.
Yeah, but every year I watch this. It's 2 in the morning.
ما راح تعرف اعطيك رقم تكتب عليه واتساب.
It's just, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming.
You're not dreaming, my friend.
Wow. Yeah, that's even better. So, is there how many British people are here? Yeah! I know there's some over there because I can see them. Come on. Yeah, over there over the afternoon tea. Nice.
Well, Luke, just a few weeks ago, you were actually battling it out with Dexter Jackson himself at the Tampa Pro. You popped yourself in there to make sure you qualified. That's how important it was for you. You weren't going to rest on your points. You wanted to get out there. More importantly, you wanted to make a statement, and you did that. After the pre-W, there's a lot of people that actually had you ahead of Dexter at the Tampa.
I did hear that. Did you hear that, Dexter? I heard that too.
Dexter knows.
Dexter knows.
He knows. I'm trying to keep it quiet, but I want my straight ones.
Dex, were you worried about Luke when you saw the condition this guy showed up in Tampa?
Dude, don't worry about everybody. That's why I'm always at my best. I see guys backstage and I'm like, dang, everybody looks crazy to me. And I'm like, that's one thing. I'm really bad at judging guys. So everybody look crazy to me. So that's what keeps me going and makes me want to come in the best I can be.
Absolutely. You know, it was a real honor to have that group with you. I mean, it's so surreal. In fact, one of the funniest little stories I have with the Olympia is when Phil Heath won his first Olympia in 2011, which I should know, because it's the crux of the story. I was actually watching the play-by-play on Twitter as my son was being born. So no one stops me watching the Olympia, and now I'm here.
Luke.
Yes.
Can you win?
Yes. Maybe not this year. That will win eventually.
Luke Sandoe, everybody.
All right, Bob, we're moving to the 212-pound division. Our last year's first runner-up, Garrett Lunsford. So thank you guys for all coming out, and let's hear it again, because last year it was real quiet when they said my name. This year, now they know. Now they know. So, like I said, thank you guys so much for coming out. And I can sit here and I can tell you guys that everything just clicked with the prep, which it did. James Brown, my coach, who's been my coach from day one. Like I said, yeah, they just clicked this year, but I can sit here and tell you that I'm going to be the last man standing on stage.
But really what I'm here to do is tell you guys my purpose, my real goal. And part of that is using this platform as the 212 title holder to fulfill my purpose. My purpose is to build camaraderie, inspire people to do what they're passionate about. Look, there's an open class, 212, classic, and there's men's physique. Not everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, and that's okay. That's why there's different divisions. But we're able to use fitness and bodybuilding as a platform to fulfill our purpose. And if I can inspire you guys to do what you're passionate about, whether it's in fitness, whether it's bodybuilding, or whether it's something else, whatever it is, just, guys, please just pursue what you're passionate about and do it wholeheartedly. And there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be times that you want to quit, give in, and just say, screw it, do something else that's easy. But I can promise you, if you just keep persevering and keep pushing towards your passion, that it will pay off. And look, I'm 26 years old. A few years ago, I just got started bodybuilding, right? I started at the NPC in 2015. A few years later, I'm here. This is my third Olympia. And I'm sitting next to guys I've been looking up to for many, many years. And like I said last year at the Olympia press conference, if this isn't the realest story of how your idols become your rivals, then I don't know what is. I never believed that, or I never thought that was a possibility. But I am clearly evident that, I'm proof that that is possible. And I'll finish off by saying this, is that just like myself, I know there's many other young bodybuilders out there who aspire to be on the Olympia stage, just like I was looking up to Flex Lewis. And I know you guys can make it happen too, so just believe in yourself, keep pushing, and if you want it bad enough, you're gonna make it happen.
All right, Big Derek. Real quick, I got two Arnold Classic champions over here and say he's so young, he's got time to wait. They can't wait that long. Camille Algarni, Arnold Classic champion. You took the long road to get here.
First of all, thanks for having me here. I'm so happy to be a part of actually Mr. Olympia, the biggest stage, the best stage ever I've ever been. My career, maybe people don't know me, but my first show was 94. And I'm 47 years old, and I'm still battling, and I made it at the end. I want to thank somebody, which is he's the man, he's really helped me and believed in me when I've told my little story. Mr. Jimani, thanks very much for helping me to get my pro card. And without him, I couldn't ever be in this moment. Because this is not just means to me at all. Because I originally come from Libya, which is North Africa. Now, believe me guys, they are watching us live. For all that trouble which is happening there, all that fights and problems and like war what's going on, they're trying to find the best spot to catch a net or the internet, whatever, to watch you guys. It was the best show in the world ever and ever and ever. So it's for me, as like I got my pro card last year, which is Young Classic for my first pro show, to compete at the Olympia, to qualify me at the Olympia, and I come third. This is something that I don't think it's happened or was going to happen again. For me, it's unbelievable. I can't even swallow it. It's still like a dream. It's always a dream. So last year I didn't make it to the press conference. This year's the first year for me, and it's wow. Because of you guys, everybody's came here. I know there's a lot of people that travel from all over the world to watch the biggest show ever in the world, to see what we bring in. I mean, all these champions here, they suffer a lot to make this day for you guys to see the best of the best. So we did work hard. Everybody of us work hard. Hopefully you're gonna see something that's very nice, that's worth what you ever spent, that it's worth your time that you spent to come to Vegas to watch the show. And I want to thank the Mr. Olympia guys, which they are in charge of Mr. Olympia for holding this show, for keeping supporting this show, which is, we heard the good news actually today, they're putting the prize money up a little bit, which is, that pushes us more. And for anyone who wants to think about bodybuilding, when I left my country in 1994, so I left my country, Libya, and I went through around like different countries. When I left my country with $500, and thank God, because of bodybuilding, and I worked really hard, and I made it big, and I'm so comfortable now. I own like 3 gyms, I own my properties, that's all through bodybuilding. So if you make it right, you're definitely the right way.
All right, come on, with this last 212 champion over here, former classic champion, Mohamed Shaaban, won over in Australia. You just won this year's New York Pro Championships. You got one more to add to your resume. Is this going to be the weekend that it happens on this stage?
First, I want to say hi for all of you guys. Thanks for Olympia to be on us here, and wish for you to enjoy the weekend this weekend. Guys, maybe you think all the athletes, they are working hard, they are tired from the workout, from the diet, but still there is some guys working hard better than us. Let's give big hand for all of judging and all of the staff working in this event and grow it up. Because they are really working hard. I saw them. Maybe after 10 days they will travel to the other side from this wall to other competitions, then we're back here home, then we go other side to grow the bodybuilding. Really, I love this community, and we are a great community, and we wish to grow this sport. And we are coming here, we are working hard, guys, just for you, to enjoy this moment. And we are not coming here for fighting. All of us, all of athletes stand on this stage is a champion.
Like Bob Chick said, can you win? Hold on a second. But at the end of Friday night, there's going to be one champion. There we go.
Yeah, the stage, he will give only one person the first place.
I'm just trying to get you going.
But who's gonna be who did his best all of this year, and who will become with less mistakes, he will get it. So I wish I would get the title.
He's wishing for the title.
Well, I just want to really say about probably the top 5 they've been here. Last year from the top 5, which is they haven't qualified. It doesn't mean they're not. Disrespect for these guys, because all of them, they won the pro show, qualified to this stage. Maybe like Mohamed said, that day last year they went on point. But to be honest, it could be one of us today who could be kicked out. So anyone, from even the one from that haven't qualified last year, it could take it. So it's wide open. I know everybody wants that. And I'm really, and all our guys, which is I think 22, 23, they qualified. So every one of them is dangerous.
24 hours from now, Bob, right here on the stage. We'll find out.
I'm here with the points leader from this year. As everybody knows, we changed the standards for the Olympic qualifications for next year. But for this year, these guys, if you didn't actually win an outright show, you actually had to earn it by points. Lukas Osladil from the Czech Republic.
Yes, I had to compete 5 times to get this 26 points. So it was much more difficult than last year when I won the Vancouver Pro. But this is my 4th Olympia in the Open, so it means just 16 more Olympias, and I have the same like Dexter Jackson, so it feels great.
Just 16 more. Just checking them off.
Just 16.
Well, Lukas, congratulations this year. I know you competed a lot. You earned those points. You were the points leader. And you are here back at your fourth Olympia, like you mentioned. You might be the dark horse pick. For those who haven't seen Lukas, he gets in incredibly shredded shape, and that's going to bode very well with the judges here at the Olympia. What are your goals this year in terms of placings? Can you take out some of these guys in the top 5?
Top 5 from the last year. It will be, of course, each step higher. It will be better, of course. So if I am top 8, I can celebrate. But top 5 is too high. Top 8 is okay for me.
Top 8's good. All right, I know about that. Top 10 in the world is good. How many shows have you won, Lukas?
I have won 3 shows in Open, Phoenix, Vancouver, and Double Classic Brazil. And also my first 212 show, Toronto Pro in 2012. So, but I don't count 212, I just count Open. It's too easy. Open, it's open.
Lukas, here's some news for you. Just 26 more victories and you will tie Dexter Jackson for the all-time record.
Just 26. Yeah, it's maybe work for 10, 15, 20 years maybe.
Lukas Osladil, folks. Big Diesel in the house, Juan Morel.
What's up, everybody?
Juan's been waiting over here patiently. All right, I saw some pics this week, my brother, on Instagram or one of your accounts. You're looking good, big man.
Yeah, I worked really, really, really hard like everybody else. I'm coming in really shredded. That's one thing I gotta say.
I saw that. Yeah, that is an impressive picture you posted. Now, not a lot of guys will post pictures in the last week, but you actually seem to take the opposite approach. You don't mind putting what you got out there.
You know what? I thought about it 2 weeks ago. I was like, maybe I should stop. But then I just kept getting better and better. You know, taking pictures of posters. So, I couldn't hold,
You couldn't help yourself, could you, Juan? Just had to get it out there, Instagram.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked.
Well, that's good. I think you can shock yourself coming into the Olympia. That's a pretty good day.
Yeah. It's been a fun prep. Dieted really, really hard like everybody else. Had a lot of support from my family, friends, and very thankful for even my fans. I can't believe all the love, Instagram, DMs, all the support I'm getting from everybody. I just gotta say thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, but the support means so much, to believe in me. And, never have I never really believed in myself until this year. I started to believe in myself, feeling better, and you guys have helped out a lot. Send me the messages you guys send me, and telling me what you guys think my potential is, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, Juan. Lukas says top 8 to make his day. What's a win for Juan Morel?
Look for me to get in that top 5. I'll be there.
That means you got to take a few guys out.
I'm looking to be my best, and this will be my best. I've gotten bigger, harder, symmetrical aesthetic, and I feel that I made all the improvements to be in that, it's not about anybody. Like Dexter would say, when somebody's slipping, I'm going to be on.
Got it, Big Diesel.
All right, Bob, we're moving to our women's figure and the comeback kid, Miss Latoya Watts. I remember you won your pro card right here in Las Vegas, correct?
I won my pro card in 2013 at the NPC USA.
Give us a little bit more of your resume. After that?
After that, I went on 2 weeks later, went to Tampa Pro. That same year, cracked the top 4. After that, I kept going, staying in the top 5. 2014, I went back to Tampa Pro and won that show. It was my first Olympia. In 2014, placed 5th. 2015, I won the New York Pro. And 2015, I won Olympia. 2016, I won Arnold. 2016, I won Arnold Australia. 2016, I won Olympia. And then 2017 came around.
us about it. Not everybody was there. Wow.
No, just it was a year that the streak ended, but the work was there, and I kind of really realized, wow, you can really overwork. You know, you really can put a lot of stress on your body, and it really is important to take that time off and pay attention to yourself. I had some medical issues that came about way prior to that, back in 2008, but I feel like it kind of caught up to me, and I had to step back and be smart and take care of myself. And this weekend will be 2 years that I have stepped on stage.
And how was the prep coming back? Clearly you know what it takes.
Yes, well, I had to have surgery back in December, and then slowly recover from there. And I took my time. I wasn't quite sure about this year's Olympia, and I didn't want that to be the mindset. I wanted to just come back healthy. I wanted to eat right. I wanted to just be 100%. It was all about self-care for me this year. And when I felt like back in April, May, I was like, I'm feeling really good. I think I want to do Olympia. And that's when I started really getting into gear and really pushing and training hard. And that's when I let them know, hey, I want to do Olympia this year.
You want to do the Olympia or you want to win the Olympia?
I want to do the Olympia, yes, and I want to bring my best, and I want to show the world my best. All the support I've been getting from all the fans, them wanting to see me. You know, it gets in your head when you're not on stage and you take that time off because you're feeling like, oh, maybe they don't really care. Maybe they don't, care to see me anymore. But as soon as I got out there saying I was coming back, all the love and all the support, I just knew it was meant to be. And I want to come back and show my best. And I want to stand next to my beautiful figure champ right here. I'm excited about that.
You're being nice now. We just saw you win last week. Sid Gillen.
Hey,
over in Phoenix, the Phoenix Championships.
It was my third pro win there, so I was really excited about that one. I love that show because it's all female judging panel plus Joe, which I love Joe too. So it's just really cool to be around a whole bunch of women, nothing but the women categories, and you just see it backstage. It's just a different energy when you walk in the building. So I love it.
This was my first time. Jake Wood does amazing.
Yes.
He's got the best staff.
Yes, definitely really, really good.
And winning feels good. How about coming up this weekend?
I'm really excited about this weekend. I love the Olympia show. This is my sixth Olympia. This is the stage I've been on the most of all my shows. I've done over 20 IMDb shows. Got my pro card back in 2012. My first Olympia, I was 21 when I walked in here, and I turned 22 that same week. So my birthday's on Saturday, y'all. Yay!
Another breakout.
Yes, right,
You got
exactly.
a long career. You can follow Dexter.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the movie version of Dexter one day. That's my speed.
Hey, Sydney, Latoya's here to try to spoil your birthday on Saturday.
There's no spoilage. It's right, exactly. It's just a blessing to have her back on stage because I saw we were talking earlier. We're the people. There's nobody who we came with still here. So that's the amazing thing to have her back on stage, have her backstage with me again because we started this journey in the come up together. So
You need Latoya here. She completes you.
yeah, I guess figure sisters, we're just twins.
All right. I'm going to make my way right over here. Hi, girls. I don't really have a question or anything. I'm trying to park myself right here. Hi, Laura Lee. How you doing? All right?
All right.
Ready to take this title?
Yeah.
How about you, Janet?
I'm here. So we'll see Saturday night.
This bikini girl's just too nice. Nothing to say. No garbage, no trash talk.
Well, we compete on the stage, not, any other time around. So, some may think, we're going to talk trash about each other, but, it's on the stage here that we're going to show and we're going to compete.
Laura Lee?
She's right. I remember when we did the Sunday seminar, and you were like, we're never going to have girls going to the press conference because they'd be like, oh my God, I love your hair.
What do you think about Janet's hair?
She has awesome hair. She knows. I tell her all the time, right?
She's lying.
Because really, she hates your hair, doesn't she?
No, well, it's very similar.
Yeah, like she said, you know, there's backstage we like try to have keep up the camaraderie, but honestly, to be here, a part of the press conference is, and so much going on with women for the Olympia. It's a huge step for women with the increase of prize money, and that we're a part of this press conference, and we can show, you know, everyone what we have, and just kind of talk about and upbringing for the women. It's a good movement.
Yeah, what do you think about the money increase this year?
It's good, and not only that, I've been, you know, to Asia, and I've seen what's going on in Brazil and just all over the world for women, and it's growing. It's incredible, and it's very inspiring for us. It's motivating for us also to see the bikini category growing and just getting better and better. So I would like to thank AMI, you know, Mr. Olympia, Ivy Crowley, Mr. Jim Mannion for everything that he's doing for women this year. It's amazing.
Very good. Thank you, ladies. What about your hair? Miss Elisa?
Hi guys. I'm sorry about speaking. You know, I speak a little English, but I want to say I'm feeling so happy to be here. This is my third time, and
You're doing okay. I will help. I will translate for you, okay?
If you need help, I can translate.
No, I got this. I speak bikini. They said they don't like your nails. They don't like it. They don't like it.
I like
it. And they said that they don't like your hair either. As long as the judges like it, right? The judges.
They said judges like it. It's important.
They then said, you will not beat them on stage. You don't get that one, huh? Are you going to win the Olympia?
I want to. Yeah.
That translates very well.
This is basically for kids in my dream show.
Very nice. Thank you, Lisa. We got everybody, but we need some answers here, buddy. Roelly Winklaar, stop playing Candy Crush on your phone. I see you. The Beast is in the house. Brandon Curry is the favorite coming in. That's what all the critics say. That's all you see online. Brandon Curry. Brandon Curry's going to win the Olympia. If he's winning the Olympia, where are you placing him?
It's all inconvenient.
Oh, you forgot it?
I was waiting for you to. I put you on this side for a reason.
Sean.
That's called fumbling the ball.
Oh my God. That's
the three-time Olympia champion, Ashley Paul. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
We follow you on. Well, I follow you on Instagram.
Do you?
He follows you in general, trust me.
I know you do.
Watch this.
You gotta hook me up with the restaurant place.
That's right.
Thank you.
Mediterranean.
Yes.
That was not by mistake.
Listen, Ashley, if you win this competition, you will stand alone as a 4-time Bikini Olympia champion. I'm assuming that's why you're here.
Well, you know, honestly, I'm here for the experience, and it's so exciting every time I come. It's like the first time I step on stage. So whether, you know, I get first or last, it's still a great experience and a great opportunity.
First or last? What do you think about that, Bob?
Yeah, last isn't as good as an opportunity.
Well, technically, I mean, 16. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm happy to be here, and it's been quite a journey to get to this point, and I'm just grateful. So no matter what happens, I can't complain, because I've had an incredible journey, and this sport has given me so many great opportunities.
Has it changed at all over the years? You're a 3-time champion.
Change. Well, I guess so. I don't have as much pressure right now. But I've learned a lot. I'm wiser, and I know what to expect, and I know how to handle things.
You know how to handle these girls? So they got some hair working there.
Well, you know, the key to that is you worry about yourself, because that's all you can control, and you don't worry about anybody else, and do your best.
Famous words. There is no defense in bodybuilding. All right, get that name, get that nice candy. You got it. Well done, sir. All right, you've had a few minutes to digest this. So Brandon Curry is going to win the 2019 Olympia.
You know, I'm happy that I'm not a guy. I like my phone. I'm not on the phone. I think a lot of people was on the phone. But I'm not in the media. Listen, who gonna win? Of go interview, tell who gonna win. If everybody do like that, why we don't take a ball club? So we're gonna do the witch thing and check who gonna win next year.
That's easy. Dexter Jackson, I think, is the
okay.
answer to that.
Nah, I don't think I'll go with that, man. But everybody work hard. I see Brandon train every day. We train the same gym. And really, it is everybody talking about Brandon, Roelly. I see Brandon every day. We either don't talk about, hey, you see that? The tell me I gotta win. Hey, no. You're focused, you wanna win. You train, you eat, you sleep. You try to sleep on time. That you have to work on. And we will see tomorrow we will win.
Roelly, the people thought you should have won last year. People's champ got that belt right there on the stage from David Becker himself. Well, the judges think you're going to win this year.
If the judge say that, nah, I don't hear the judge say that. I heard the man self 3-time Mr. Olympia, Kuclo say that. And, you know, 4-time. And you know how I feel it when he say that? Because I remember when I got the car accident and I stopped like 1.5 years, and that year he beat for the third time Mr. Olympia, and I come back to the gym just to see how big people on the stage for Mr. Olympia is, and I say, Jay, can I take my shirt off? I know I'm stupid, but I just ask him so I know how far I have to do, what I have to do to be like him. And now he's telling me, I hear his interview from, he think I go to win. I really, that motivates me more to win that show tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, the last word. Going to the man himself, Dexter Jackson. All right, Dex, look behind you right here, my friend.
You got all the names of the champions on the base of this, and Dexter's just right.
Wow, is that my name on the trophy already?
It's right there within reach, Dex. It does have your name there, actually, so he's right. It's right there, champ, right within reach.
Beautiful trophy, man.
Will you be hanging out there that Saturday night?
Oh, I believe so.
2-time Olympian champion, Dexter Jackson. 30th IFBB Pro victory, Dexter Jackson. Record holder, Dexter Jackson.
I've worked very hard for this year, man. You know, I got my trainer back there. Everybody know George had cancer, and he beat cancer 100% cancer-free now, so he wasn't here last year.
Where's George? He's in here. George Farrell, you know?
Where's the man George?
So I got him back with me this year in my corner.
George,
making sure he dials me in 100%. He's been in my room about 10 times already since yesterday.
George is undefeated, kicked cancer's ass. Good to have you back, George.
I got my trainer Charles Glass back. You know, we've been kicking my behind this year, and I tell you, this is probably one of the best preps I've ever had. You know, no knees, no knees hurting and all that stuff. So I've been able to really put the heavy pounders on, got my legs back and everything. So we're ready to go, man. You know, so, you know, like I said before, not to take nothing from none of these guys. All these guys are great champions. You know, everybody deserves to be here. But, I mean, I'll beat everybody on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see no reason why I can't do it tomorrow.
That's obviously everything you just mentioned is paramount. Also, your birthday's coming up, isn't it, sir?
Next month, yeah. Make it sound like it's this weekend or so, Bob.
This week, next week. Gonna be 50 years old, Dex.
I will be 50.
That's a hell of a story, folks. We're gonna see what happens. One thing is for sure, Dex, history will be made right here on this stage this weekend, folks. Tomorrow night, our 212 champion, perhaps one of these gentlemen right here, will stand right here center stage and earn the title of 212 Olympian champion. Saturday night, Dexter, or one of these gentlemen on this stage, will be crowned your 2019 Olympian champion. History made once again on the Joe Weider stage, folks. I want to thank my co-host, Sugar Sean Ray. Our press conference is officially kicks off the Olympia weekend, folks. We've got a great one in store for you. We've got an Olympia Legends booth at the Olympia. Brand new this year, folks. You've got many of your all-time greats that are going to be there, including Lee Haney himself, Samir Banu, all kinds of old champs. I see Dennis Wolf is in the house. Dennis, good to see you again. We got all kinds of history-making champs, folks, so make your way to that booth at the Olympia. And we've got lots of superstars in attendance as well. I want to thank everybody for coming out here today. I want to thank Jim Manning, the IFBB Pro League, Dan Solomon, of course, Tamer Aldini, and the entire crew, David Becker and AMI, for all their help. Jake Wood, good to see you down in the front. Jake Wood of Wings of Strength, our presenting sponsor for this year's Olympia. Folks, that's going to wrap things up tonight. Meet the Olympians. That'll be right here and upstairs. You see all your favorite Olympians here. You get yourself some signed memorabilia, some autographs, some merchandise. Everybody have a great weekend. I'm Bob Chigarello. We'll see you this weekend.
Ya me voy para allá.